All right, Patriots Nation, buckle up because today's news is about to hit you like a fourth quarter comeback. We've got 4 massive stories out of Foxborough that'll have you on the edge of your seat. From a potential reunion that could shake up the defense to a running back battle that's straight out of a Hollywood drama, and don't even get me started on the receiver room. Chaos, there's a lot to unpack. Can New England turn these moves into a playoff run? Grab your coffee, hit that like button, and let's dive into the madness. What's your take on the Pats' next move? Picture the Patriots' defense becoming that unstoppable force we all know and love. The buzz right now is about a familiar face who could be making a triumphant return, Kyle Van Noy. Yup, the guy who left after his second stint in 2022 is now a trade target after a monster 2024 season with the Ravens racking up 12-5 sacks. At 34, he's playing like he's still in his prime. Daniel Arwaz from Heavy.com dropped the idea. The Pats need a pass rusher, and Van Noy is the perfect fit, affordable, experienced, and knows the system like the back of his hand. But will Baltimore let him go? Losing Matthew Judon last summer left a gaping hole in our pass rush. Even with off-season additions, it's still a weak spot. Van Noy wouldn't just bring heat to the quarterback, he'd bring leadership. This dude's got 2 Super Bowl rings with us and has shared the field with stars like Lamar Jackson. Fans are hyped for this homecoming, while others want to bet on younger talent. Experience or youth? That's the question. If the Pats can't snag Van Noy, who else could they target? The trade window's open and time's ticking. Mike Vrabel, channeling his inner Belichick, could make this reunion work. Van Noy's showing no signs of slowing down, and a move like this screams, "We're here to win now." But if Baltimore holds tight, will the Pats pivot or stick with what they've got? Training camp's around the corner, and every decision matters. Fans are already going wild on X, dropping memes and hot takes about this potential return. So, what do you think? Is Van Noy the missing piece? Hang tight, because another bombshell's coming your way. While the defense might be getting a dream boost, the offense is caught in a drama that could rival a soap opera. Ramondre Stevenson, our starting running back, is on thin ice after a rough 2024. With just 801 yards, a 9 yards per carry average, and 7 fumbles, it was his worst season yet. To make matters worse, the Pats drafted TreVeyon Henderson, Ohio State's former star, in the 2nd round. And get this, Pro Football Focus ranked Henderson 1 spot ahead of Stevenson in their 2025 fantasy football rankings. Is our guy's starting job in jeopardy? But hold up, it's not all doom and gloom. Graham Wilker from Musket Fire thinks Stevenson could be a sleeper pick this season. Even in his worst year, he punched in 8 touchdowns, 7 on the ground. With a beefed-up offensive line and a likely run-heavy scheme, Stevenson's got a shot to shine. Back in 2022, he was a beast, racking up 1,040 yards at 5 yards a pop. The talent's there, but those fumbles in his recent slide have fans raising eyebrows. On X, some are calling for Henderson to take over, while others are ride or die for Stevenson's experience. And where does Antonio Gibson fit in this mess? That 4-year contract extension the Pats gave Stevenson last offseason is looking like a gamble now. If he doesn't bounce back to his 2022 form, Henderson could steal the spotlight. But imagine these two forming a dynamic duo in the backfield? That'd be a nightmare for defenses. Time's running out, though, and training camp will be a make-or-break moment. Will Stevenson silence the haters, or is Henderson ready to take over? Vrabel and the new offensive scheme hold the keys, and just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, another story's about to blow your mind. While the backfield's locked in a heated battle, the receiver room is stirring up its own mix of hype and controversy. Stefon Diggs, our big free agency splash, got off to a rocky start. The guy skipped organized team activities in May to party on Memorial Day while the team was grinding in Foxborough. Not a great look. Mike Vrabel sat him down for a heart-to-heart, and it seems to have worked. Diggs has been all business since. Now, in the break before training camp, he's in France. But this time he's making waves for the right reasons, training hard to come back from a serious injury. At 31, Diggs is rehabbing a torn ACL that cut his 2024 season with the Texans to just 8 games. Before the injury, He was on pace for 1,000 yards, hauling in 47 catches and 3 touchdowns. Solid numbers, right? But his age and that injury have fans nervous. In 2023 with the Bills, he showed signs of decline. Can this 4-time Pro Bowler still bring it? The Pats, who had the league's worst receiving core last year, are banking on his $69 million deal with only $26 million guaranteed. The pressure's on. Fans are split. On X, some are calling Diggs the leader who'll transform the offense, while others worry he's an expensive name past his prime. He's crucial for helping quarterback Drake May take off in 2025. If Diggs comes back at full strength, he could be a game changer. But what if the injury lingers? Vrabel's confident, but training camp will tell the real story. The fan base wants answers. Will Diggs prove the doubters wrong, or is he just extra weight? Buckle up, because there's one more twist that'll shake things up even more. And while Diggs fights to prove his worth, Patriots receiver room is getting a complete overhaul that might leave a fan favorite out in the cold. Kendrick Bourne, who burst onto the scene in 2021 with 55 catches for 800 yards, is at a crossroads. After a lackluster 2024 and a torn ACL, he's on Alex K's Bleacher Report list as a top-cut candidate heading into training camp. At 30, Bourne's facing stiff competition from newcomers Stefon Diggs, Mac Hollins, drafted rookie Kyle Williams, and undrafted standout Efton Chisholm III, who's turning heads. It's a tense situation. Diggs, Hollins, Williams, and Demario Douglas are near locks for the roster. Keyshawn Boot's probably safe too unless a trade happens. Then there's Chisholm, who's making a strong case. If the Pats stick with 6 receivers, Bourne could be the odd man out. On X, fans are divided. Some remember his 2021 magic and want to give him a chance, while others say it's time to move on to the new blood. K notes that if Bourne gets cut, he won't be jobless. His versatility and route running could land him a gig elsewhere. But will the Pats really let him go? This offensive makeover is a high-stakes bet to boost Drake May. A strong receiver group could be the difference maker, but cutting Bourne means saying goodbye to a proven playmaker. Will Vrabel shock us by keeping 7 receivers? Or is Bourne's time up? Training camp's coming and every snap will count. Fans are buzzing, and the debates are heating up. So, with all these changes, what's next for the Pats? Let's wrap this up with a bang. What a wild ride, Patriots Nation. From Van Noy's potential return to light up the defense, to Stevenson's fight to hold off Henderson, Diggs battling to prove he's still elite, and Bourne facing a possible exit, the Pats are at a turning point. Every move screams potential, but the risks are real. Vrabel's got the tools to build a contender, but it's all on the line in training camp. Are the Patriots ready to roar back to glory, or is there more work to do? Drop your hot takes below, smash that like button, subscribe, and let's keep the fire burning.